Hey everybody, this is DM Mike, and this is a quick Tabletop Simulator map, a map review of one of the maps I made for Rise of Tiamat. This will be up on the Steam Workshop at some point, hopefully very, very soon. I just need to figure out a couple things before I upload it. I got to shoot some video and extra stuff like that. But this, of course, is the Tomb of Diderius. It's in Chapter 3. If you've watched one of the campaign diaries, or two of them, I guess, at this point, I do show off a little bit of it, but I just kind of wanted to give a quick overview of how it all looks. So I'm going to go up here into Games, Save and Load. I've kind of broken down, Horde, Dragon Queen, Rise of Tiamat, my Star Wars maps. Some of this stuff out here is extra things that I test or whatnot. This is the Overworld map, Forgotten Realms. I always have this up just about every game, just so people can see where they're at and what's going on. Anyway, let's go to Rise of Tiamat, and we're going to go into, because I can't, there it is. Okay, I can't read. Okay, here it is. I just want to let it upload because usually if I'm talking while it uploads, you'll get a lot of static and jitteriness. So anyway, this is the Tomb of Diderius. Now, basically what I did was I took the map. I purchased the map from, I think it's Blando, and just put it on the Tabletop Simulator custom rectangular table and pretty much built from the ground up all the walls and all the levels, right? So this is a big overhead shot. And because it's, did I say shop or shot? I meant to say shot. Because it's in the mountainside, I went ahead and used some of these models here that are directly from Tabletop Simulator. Nothing crazy about these. If you buy the program, you'll have access to this stuff. And I just changed them, made them a little bit bigger, smaller, rotated them, things like that. So it's built into the hills. And, this kind of stuff here that goes below the table, who cares? I don't really care about that kind of stuff. Here's the, the other sides, all, again, the same model. Stretched it out to here. And then, they're coming into, ooh, whoa, that was a little too fast. I think I got my sensitivity too high. You can see here there's extra buildings out here that you could build stuff on, but I felt like it, again, I said this 600 million times and I'll continue to say it, you're strapped by time as a DM, so you do what you can. And really the temple was the most important thing. So I kind of left these barren. I put a few things in here, like here's a bunch of dead cultists because I changed the statues into automatons and they had tried to fight the automatons and lost sorely to them. But these are some of the abandoned buildings that are on the map itself, and they're all really empty anyway, so I was like, wow, this is not worth my time. So I kind of just left these here. If you see the map there, just know that I just didn't have time to build all that stuff, and it just wasn't as important. But I put the well in, I put the little campsite here. Actually, at the end of this tomb, they all ended up coming to this campsite and using it at the very end of the adventure to interrogate Varam, but that's in another campaign diary. So anyway, this is the Outskirts. This is the area here just outside the tomb. I put a little bit of forest in there, and as you can see, some mist and haze. It was kind of fun to do. Little bits of vegetation. Again, you pick your battles, right? I just did enough to give me a nice little background and backdrop to the place. Oh, look, there's the crow. And that was it. Again, you gotta choose what you want to invest your time in. But anyway, let's go here to the front of the tomb. Again, I have the rocks up here. I think this is Vess's wall pack. All these like wall pieces here. It's the same one stretched over and over and over again. Some statues here with flame on both. Oh God, this thing is so sensitive. Flame on both ends. I thought it was kind of cool. And you could see here. Here's one of the little entrances. Well, actually, where some lights coming through. And this was the this was the doorway. And I actually had different doors at the beginning and went right before game day and switched them all out, which was a lot of fun. This, I think I meant to put actually in a brazier, I don't know, and forgot to do that, but I don't think anybody really even noticed it. So anyway, here's the front door, and then as we go in, we'll just kind of go over the top here, and we go into the tomb itself. And here's, as you can see, everything is laid out, at least to where, if I didn't have access to certain props, then I probably didn't deck out the room as much. Like you can see here, I think this is area 7 or 8 or something, and you can see there's not much there. Some rooms have to be left to the imagination. Other rooms, like here we go into Diderius's personal chambers. Well, I had access to the goblets and bed and the chest and the bookshelves. Let's go over to here to the library. Of course, in the book, the library is described as being empty. Well, I didn't have any empty shelving, so I put this on here. But of course, game day, I say, hey, these shelves really are empty, but doesn't it look nice? So this was where that ghost was. It's really kind of a decked out room, kind of fun to do. Again, I could spend all day in this room, but again, time is an issue. Diderius there. Here's the statue room right when they first walk in, where they can look at the statues and be, go insane. The book describes skeletons. So if you see here, I've got a lot of, I don't know if they even noticed, I think they did notice that actually when they walked in. A lot of crushed skeletons and different things at the base here. Let's see, let's go this way. And of course, here is the well, and they said how the word safe was kind of scribbled on the wall, on the floors. So I put that there and there, which that's a thing you can access in Tabletop Simulator. But they said the book describes how camping gear is here, so I kind of just, set all that stuff up. This is where the characters were at one point. Here is the cafeteria, I guess the mess hall or dining hall, whatever you want to call it. And this was fun to do. Again, this is a room you could spend 20 minutes on. You could put all kinds of different props and things. But I decided not to do that. Just make it look like, just make it look good and move on because of just time. So there's that. Here's the throne room here where they met the illusion and had the fight with the golem. It talks about loot. Matter of fact, there actually is sprinkled around here. I had lots of loot, like these bars here and gold. But I deleted all of it because Thimbraeus, our thief, had taken it all. And of course, here's the library. There's a wall there too. And the rest of the place is pretty laid out as it is in the book. The book describes a body and arrows in this area and arrows against the wall that were shot into the wall. And the characters can explore. Here's the actual Tomb of Diderius. These are like two separate models here. And it said braziers, whatever they are. One's a brawl, one's actually holding fire. They were in the corners. And then this is room. Okay, hold on. Let's back it up. So they go through here. This is the tomb here. This is where they met the helmed horrors. And again, I didn't, bare minimum kind of decoration here. And there's all these other areas which I kind of emptied out. But one area I kind of went ballistic on was this area. This was the hatchery. And these are all custom models that I made. I think they're uploaded to the workshop, so they should transfer to the map in case you want to download it from my area or my workshop or my page, whatever it is. They should be in there. You can delete it all. You don't have to do it, but I kind of felt like this was a kind of a cool spot, and I really wanted to make it memorable. So I kind of made all these custom tokens illustrated in Sketchbook Pro, and I talk about this, I think, in one of my videos, but it was a lot of fun to do, just to set up. There's a lot of mist and different things, and I changed out some creatures in here to the Brood Guard instead of just typical Yuan-Ti. And here's the last bit. We'll just go into here. This is where they're supposed to have the Yuan-Ti incursion, but I kind of felt like, now this looks fine, but I really want something a little more epic. And I was going to save that for another video. Another video. Do I want to save it for another video? Nah, okay, I'll put it in this video. This room should also, the next room I'm going to show you should also upload to the workshop, and it's just kind of it's esoteric if you don't know what it is, but it's actually, I went ahead and took this room and decked it out big time. So anyway, guys, let me just show you the rest of this. This is the Tomb of Diderius. You can see it's fully fleshed out, exactly as Blando and them, or I guess just Blando, had designed it. The one thing is, I don't know if I can do this. I'm trying to figure out how to do this, but I'm going to unlink the map, the physical 2D map there, from this workshop map, mainly because it was an artwork that was purchased. I'm just not going to give it out for free, so I'm going to take that away. So if you do, I'm hoping I can figure it out, but you may have to put something there on the floor if you are wanting to use this map, because I'm going to try to get this out of there if I can. I just don't think it's fair. But anyway, also here, this is how I set up my table. I usually have, because I'm playing locally, right? So this is no big deal for me. But I'll put a big custom board out here, and then I have all these bags. Let's see, let's go to here. And see, I label them. So Area 22. God, I'm leaving that in. I'm not editing. Area 22, Area 19, Area 18, and they just count down, 17, 16, 15, what, and then I have everything in there ready to go. Let's see what's in this little thing here. Oh, okay, I think this is, what is this? Oh, these are mummies. All right, so this is something else that actually comes with the software. I had these mummies ready to go, right? So there you go. And actually, I will put the hero tokens out here as well. Like, here's my hero tokens, and also all my spiritual weapons. So everything is ready to go, and the bags just aren't sitting inside the map for people to see. I have them out here and ready to go. So that's how I kind of set up my maps for local play. Now let's go into, I'm not going to save any of this, let's go into the final map for the Tomb of Diderius, Rise of Tiamat. This one was a hell of a lot of fun to do. It was very exciting, probably one of the best battles we had. And it takes a second for it all to load in. Here again, I have my board out, I have my hero tokens, And the AC cards now, which I can put up here. I think I've talked about this on my campaign diary. So when we're fighting, people can see what they're fighting. The AC is on the screen. This is in case my druid turned into a wolf or a bear. AC cards and my encounters. Now here, this whole table is custom, except for like the few of the walls. Those were 3D models. But here it is. You could see. Okay, these are still loading in. There they go. All right. So here we go. I illustrated the pillars, this webbing that's in here, these pillars back here, the egg sacs that were in the egg chambers up in the upper portions of the dungeon are now in here. This is where like all these huge snakes are. Matter of fact, I hate seeing the grid when I'm showing. Oops, that is not a thing I want. Let's get rid of that grid. There we go. The base here, the stone tile, I created all the stuff back here. You could see how I got multi-uses out of these tokens, right? And that's the key, getting multi-uses out of a single token. So I put in all the stuff in the background, layered it with the pillars. And this 3D model here and this 3D model here are not mine. Those are just kind of base models. And the steps here and stuff, not mine at all. But everything else in here pretty much is hand illustrated. And then, of course, up in here, I have I changed out some encounters, so I have the Nightmare Speaker. And then my tokens for the Yuan Team Malisons, I think they are. And then if I move her out of the way here, I actually decided to make a throne for the Yuan T. This was done in Sketchbook Pro, this was a lot of fun to do. This is kind of, I don't know, I think it's kind of cool. It looks pretty cool. The golds and these browns and these copper look really, really great together. Let's see, is there anything else up here? No. Okay. And as you can see, everything's 2D. Like, look at that. If you look at it head on like this, like we can go into here. Can you go in there? Oh, that looks terrible. Never mind. But everything is 2D, and I just kind of, turned it 180, 360s, not 180, 360s, but 180s, and just turned it just separate degrees and made it look like it had some depth to it. So all these are very 2D flat tokens, and I actually enjoy the look of this. I think it actually added to the adventure, and look, head on, it just looks great, if I can say so. I don't know, I like it. It's just a really cool room that really started to shine the more I added to it. So that was a lot of fun. But anyway, guys, that's it. This is the Tomb of Diderius for Tabletop Simulator. As you can see, you can do anything with Tabletop Simulator. You could do 3D, you can do 2D, you can do all kinds of things. You can make, like rooms like this if you wanted to, and really wow your players. And, change the aesthetics up. Like I've said, I've done like stuff like this, and I've also done flat isometric maps. So lots of fun. All right, guys, that's it. That's all I got for you today. This stuff will be up on the workshop. I'll make sure to announce it somehow, some way, probably on my channel or whatnot. If you just see a video pop up, you'll know what's up. All right, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching these videos, and I'll see you in the next one.